Do we all go crazy when we join the mob, or does crowdsourcing problems generate solutions no one person could have found on their own? I'm Amelia Spx, and today we're comparing the madness of crowds versus the wisdom of crowds. To begin with, your neighbor is a genius. No, really, they can probably calculate a tip in their head, bake a decent sourdough, and navigate a four-way stop without causing a pileup. But put that neighbor in a group of 10,000 people on the internet, and suddenly they're ready to burn down a library because someone didn't use a coaster. It's the ultimate human glitch. We are simultaneously the smartest and most catastrophically stupid species on the planet, depending entirely on who is standing next to us. Let's go back to 1841. A Scottish journalist named Charles Mackay looked at humanity and decided to write a massive 3-volume roast. He titled it Memoirs of Extraordinary Popular Delusions and the Madness of Crowds. Mackay wasn't a dry academic. He was a storyteller with a flair for the sensational. His book reads like a 19th century tabloid mixed with a history lecture. He organized the world's bad decisions into national delusions, peculiar follies, and philosophical delusions. Mackay's core argument? Men think in herds. It will be seen that they go mad in herds, while they only recover their senses slowly and one by one. He takes us through the Tulip mania of the 1630s, where people in the Netherlands literally traded their houses for a single flower bulb because the crowd decided it was worth more than gold. To Mackay, the crowd is a fever. The moment you join the mob, you surrender your brain to a collective hallucination. It paints a picture of humanity as a species that is only one viral trend away from total insanity. But the wind eventually started to shift. In 2004, James Surowiecki published The Wisdom of Crowds. If Mackay thinks the crowd is a fever, Surowiecki thinks it's a supercomputer. He famously illustrates this with a story from 1906. 800 people at a country fair guessed the weight of an ox individually. The guesses were a mess, but the average of all those guesses? It was 1,197 pounds. The actual weight of the ox was 1,198 pounds. The crowd was more accurate than any single expert on the fairgrounds. But there's a catch. This only works if the crowd follows 4 strict rules. 1. Diversity of opinion. 2. Independence. This is the big one. Your guess should not be influenced by what the person next to you is saying. 3. Decentralization. And 4. Aggregation. So how can both of these be true? The difference between a wise crowd and a mad crowd is independence. The madness begins precisely where the independence ends. In our current world of 2026, this distinction is a matter of survival. Modern social media is essentially a madness machine because it systematically violates every single one of these rules. Independence? Gone. Diversity? Under attack. We aren't 800 people at a fair guessing the weight of an ox anymore. We're 800 million people in a digital coliseum waiting to see if we should give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. The goal isn't to leave the crowd behind. We're social animals after all. The goal is to remain an individual within it. Mackay would tell you that the crowd is currently in the middle of a peculiar folly, and Surowiecki would tell you that you're ruining the statistical average by copying your neighbor's homework. When was the last time you changed your mind about something? Not because of social pressure, but because you actually stepped away from the noise and looked at the facts for yourself. And hey, what better way to stand out from the crowd than to like and subscribe to this video? I'm Amelia Spx. Thanks for listening.